Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to something quite extraordinary, quite incredible, quite unlike anything you may have experienced in your life.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Takeover Show. I'm your host, Nisa, and with me, as always, owner of Duchi's and Next Gen Sports. Please give it up for my boy Cha-Cha-Cha-Chui.
Hey, what's up, guys? I want to welcome everybody. It's a beautiful day. It's super good out here, bro. And I want to just let the guys introduce themselves.
Yeah. We got a very special guest, guys. Episode number 31 already, Chewy.
Damn.
Episode number 31.
31.
Things are going by very, very quick, but we got an awesome episode today, guys. We got a whole bunch of crew. There's a lot of beef in here. Let me start off, man. We got our boy Kitty over here. We got our boy Josh as well. We got our boy Derek. We got our boy Will. And, of course, we got our boy Bobby in the building.
Let's go.
Guys,
in the
I'm
building.
not gonna lie, man. When I saw you guys walking across the parking lot, walking into this place. For those that don't know, right now we're here at Moose's Draft House. If you guys don't know, it's on Hawkins. Go ahead and hit it up. Shout out to Moose's Draft House for letting us use this spot. But yes,
They
dude.
just came out with a new Milanesa torta too.
That's boys.
Hey, dude.
Damn, I guess I'm having a torta today.
That's all we're eating today.
My favorite.
Tortas for lunch, dinner, and dessert. You know what I'm saying? Anyways,
stop by,
guys.
check it out. Honestly, at Moose's Draft House, guys.
Yeah, Moose's Draft House here at Hawkins. We'll have all that information down here below. But I was saying, Chewy, I told you, man, we saw these guys, we saw all you guys walking across the fucking parking lot. And I told myself, like, dude, I hope Tony has enough beef and ribs, dude, because holy shit, you guys are fucking huge.
I saw them and I'm like, I could just see each one of them, bro, with a fucking cart full of meat and protein, bro. Nothing else being chewed.
I was like, you know what, dude, close it down, shut it down, man, because there's not going to be enough food. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. For those who might not know, these guys are from El Paso. Most of them are from El Paso. They played for UTEP. A lot of these guys played for UTEP. And they have this awesome organization that you guys see here. It's called Miho Things that we're going to get into here in a little bit. But what we want to do first, man, we want to go to each one of you guys and introduce yourself a little bit. Started with our boy Kitty, man.
What's going on, y'all? Kitty Cat in the building. Miho Things representing for the EPT. You know what I'm saying? First of all, thank you guys for having us. It's awesome. Excited to be here. Really excited to do this. Excited to talk about Miho Things and what we're all about, our brotherhood and whatnot. We're all about love and just giving back to the community and just doing Miho Things with friends. So,
bro, thanks, Kitty, bro. Honestly, from your name to your vibe, you're fucking cool, bro. I just gotta say,
Appreciate
cool, man.
that,
I love your fucking neck. Tell us a little bit about your necklace. What is that, bro?
This is actually a Aztec god. It was blessed by a shaman. It's made with all real turquoise and all real minerals right here from down there. And
dude, watch
Will's
out,
dad
bro. The
actually
U.S.
gave it to
military
him.
might get your ass
Sent
for
me a
that
rubber.
minerals.
And he gave it to Will, but it's just something to bless the Miho Things with, bless the Mihos themselves.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, so my pops is very spiritual, and that was a gift from
Hey,
him.
shout out, Pop,
Dude,
bro.
shout out to
Hey,
They sent me Robert.
con el señor
Robert.
Hernández.
hey, neta, Señor Sejoca, that shit's beautiful,
Yeah,
bro.
that is
shit's
cool,
sick.
man.
All hand carved and everything.
All hand
Damn, you want
carved.
to show them
Making
right there right quick?
Damn, I wonder how many people were sacrificed to make that.
That's beautiful.
Anyways, that's awesome, dude. Hey, shout out to Kitty one more time, man. It's cool to meet you. I want to move over here now to our boy Josh. Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself, bro.
Hey, what's up,
Juicy
everybody?
Josh.
El Juicy Josh.
Yeah, el jugoso.
First of all, thanks for
Jugoso.
having us here. Dude, this is
Thank you for
dope.
coming.
We're trying to push out the Miho brand. I'm Josh Ortega. I've been one of the Mihos for about 7 years now.
Damn.
I met all these guys through football at UTEP, actually. Me, Dorf, Will, and Bobby used to live together. Me and Bobby were the freshmen that came in when they were juniors and seniors, kind of took us under their wing. And now all we like to do is eat, work out, watch football, and just do Miho things.
Damn, living the life, bro. Living the life. Everything he just said is what I want to do every day. But then I remember, damn, I got kids, I got a job. And, but anyways, dude.
Starts checking out the boxes.
Josh, welcome, bro. Welcome to the Takeover show, man. But also, man, this next guy right here, I've known him since he was, I would say little, but this motherfucker's never been little. Please get it up for our boy Derek, bro.
Yeah,
Dude, how are you,
guys?
man?
I'm doing good. Derek
bro.
Elmendorf here, but as you see, my Mijos here, they call me Dorf. And really
Dorf.
where that came from is my college coach, our offensive line coach, couldn't pronounce my last name.
Elmendorf?
Elmendorf. So yeah,
It kind of sounds something from like Harry Potter and shit. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just more like when I would mess up or something like that.
Right.
It's, damn it, Elmendorf. It's just way too long, bro.
It's only, I guess it's the only time he said Dorf and looked up at the same
He was
time.
already over
Like,
it and shit, No, so really more, as Josh was saying, a lot of us are from the El Paso community, and really more pushing this brand for us is standing for our brotherhood and how we want to give back to the community. And we're super excited to talk about it. We do have some great things coming up for the El Paso community, which we'll get into right now in a little bit.
Sick, bro. I'm excited.
This next guy that we're gonna introduce, man. He's a big time guy here from El Paso. He played for El Paso for UTEP Miners as well. Right now, he's also playing for the Arizona Cardinals. Please get up for our boy Will Hernandez.
Yeah, man. So I'm actually from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yeah,
but
born and raised.
I came here to El Paso for the first time ever when I signed a scholarship with UTEP.
Yeah.
And that's where I was able to meet these guys.
That's sick, bro.
Me and Dorf have gone back. We came in at the same year. These guys came in a little bit after, but this is where the Mijo started. So to me, El Paso is more of home than Vegas will ever be, because this is really where I grew up.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, and spent five nice long years here, and I feel right at home anytime I come back and visit. Just a little bit about myself. I grew up Mexican with parents coming from Mexico, looking for a better life. Came out here, and all I wanted to do was do something big, represent my parents, because that's exactly why we were here in the first place. And I wanted to represent for myself as well, do something in life.
Yeah, sin miedo al éxito.
sin
I'm
miedo.
sure that your
Yeah,
dad said that too.
Oh yeah.
That's beautiful,
That's awesome,
bro.
man. You know what? And it's crazy. I'm glad that you're here. Every time we talk about NFL here in El Paso, your name always comes up. Will Hernandez. Will Hernandez. Will Hernandez. And that's awesome to hear, especially somebody that technically wasn't born here, and
Calls it home,
you
bro.
take this place as your home. That's fucking awesome, dude. Glad to have you here, Will. We still have another guy to introduce, man. He played for the UTEP Miners as well. Please give it up for our boy Bobby.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey.
Yeah, my name's Bobby Daharo. Like I said, known these guys for a long time. It's been fun 7 years since we've known each other. I've known Josh since 6th grade.
Damn.
Sixth grade?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's been crazy growing up. We started at Slider Middle School.
Right.
And we played at Malwood, and then played at UTEP together. So
So we got 2 Franklin guys and 2 Malwood guys.
You got three.
Wood boys.
So we represent all sides, all right? West side, east side. We got them all here.
But at the end of the day, bro, we're all 915.
Hey, wait, Will,
you know?
wasn't your high school name like Chaparral or something like that?
Yeah, I went to Chaparral High School in Las Vegas. But we were the Chaparral Cowboys.
Oh, right, in that case.
I don't know if that does anything for y'all.
Bro,
All right,
actually,
Derek's over here like, let's say my mom and shit.
I had a question, bro. How's the lifestyle from Nevada to El Paso?
Oh, to
I know-
Texas, man.
To Texas, it's hot.
Oh, Mexico. We're pretty much Juarez.
It's hot, bro.
It's
hell.
completely different. That's why I embrace the El Paso culture so much, because in Nevada, bro, you can live in a really cool neighborhood and all that nice neighborhood. Nobody talks to each other. Nobody knows their neighbors.
Wow.
You come over here to El Paso, it's like everybody knows everybody.
It's because
Everybody
everybody's
Everyone's a primo
bro.
and a
Everybody's
tío
like,
and-
pinche, like on your business. Te echas un pedo, and then the neighbor knows. And
Yeah,
he's
like they
texting your
tweet it
mom,
and
like,
shit.
it stinks over here.
We went on a walk today, 30-minute walk in the
Right.
morning, and some car drove by and was like, "What's up, Derek?" We were like, "Damn, bro."
Damn.
To this day,
Yeah, we're in
to
his
now,
head.
Derek's like, who the hell was that?
I just had to let these guys know, like, my hit is out here.
Derek planned it. He's like, Mom, I need you to drive by at this time.
I did see him on Venmo sending a payment out right after that.
Nah, never that.
Hey, but guys, like, it's cool, man. Most of you guys, obviously, football has been something that's been part of your lives for a very, very long time. I want to know, I mean, starting off, let's start off with Bobby here. When was it for you that you started, going into football, and then I know you met Josh over in middle school, right? So when did you decide, like, hey, football is something I want to do, and got into it?
Yeah, I mean, I started playing football in 7th grade, so I never played Little League. I played flag, but here and there, but that was it. Went up to
Wait, they still do flag football?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I never played tackle. Never played tackle when I was younger. Started 7th grade, played 8th grade, and Malwood at the time was, a big
yeah,
football
Malwood has always been big, dude.
Especially,
but not as big as Frank.
Big dudes.
Look at him. Don't throw gang signs, dog. When the east side right now, dog.
Is there a way to make a little poll or something? Like, are people watching us Team Malwood or Team Franklin? I'm curious. I'm curious.
Team East Side, Team West Side.
Team Malwood or Team Franklin?
No, yeah, Team East, Team West. I think that'd be better.
We'll have a league at the bottom. Go ahead and vote.
We'll make sure to get a little short clip, bro, and see like who wins the most. That'd be pretty cool, bro, because that's always been East Side, West Side here, bro.
For sure.
Always, bro.
Hold on. But also at the same time, I want to say, if shit fucking goes wild out here, and there's like a civil war going on between it, we're gonna blame it on Will and Josh and fucking Kitty and Derek and Bobby, all right? But yeah, so you were saying, brother.
Yeah, so started playing. Played at Maltwood, freshman, sophomore year, and then junior year. I was just playing for fun. Never thought I'd play college ball. And surprised Coach Kugler, God bless him. He offered me a first scholarship my junior year. So yeah, that's what happened.
And you're here now, man.
Yeah, it was destiny.
It is destiny. And that's what I like about things like that. That's why I love sports, especially because it kind of like creates this chemistry between men that beyond the field. You create things like Miho Things and all this stuff. And speaking of Miho Things and all that, I want to ask Will now. I know I was reading about your career and stuff. I read that at one point, like your freshman year, you quit football or something like that, and that your coach or something decided to kind of put you back in and tell us a little bit more about that and how football probably almost never happened for you, man.
Yeah, so football to me was something that came way late in my life. It wasn't something that I had dreamed about since I was a kid, opposed to many guys that are in the NFL now. It was a little different for me. I was actually a soccer player growing up. So I was a fourth of this size though. I was a skinny kid.
Chivas or America o quién?
Well, growing up I went for Pumas.
That's all we needed to hear, guys.
He's like, yeah, we're gonna cut this short.
I'm a big Pumas until the Bravos came in, so I'm all Bravos now.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, back to it, bro. My bad.
No, all good. But yeah, we were. So I didn't transition to football until my freshman year of high school. That was the first time I ever touched a football. That was the first time I ever even threw a football. That's the first time I ever even learned how to play the game.
What made you join football to start with?
So I started gaining a little bit of weight. My last couple of years of soccer, I couldn't run with the other guys anymore. And I started getting bigger. Like I started getting taller, but this weighed a lot more. Yeah. So I couldn't keep up no more. Was getting red cards left and right. Decided to try something new.
Just like blocking them and like
just a little cuerpo and shit. And I'm getting reds and shit. But no, so I told my pops, I'm like, hey, I think I want to play football. And he was just like, all right, like, let's do it. Like, my dad's always been very supportive. Right. So he said, that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But what we're going to do, shout out SME Robert. So he got behind me. We got into, training for football in the weight room. Took me to the gym at an early age. And I started playing football in Vegas for the very first time. Fell in love with it. Was trash at first, by the way. I was horrible at football my first year. I didn't know the rules. I didn't know anything.
That's true. If you think about it, man. Like, I mean, like you started, like you don't know rules and shit. Like, were you trying to kick the ball and shit at one point or something? Like,
yeah, like you see, I didn't even know what I was doing. So, funny story. I was on a kickoff return team. I was on the front line, so you got to protect your kicker. or your receiver. And when the kickoff team kicked it off, my receiver caught it. I was confused about the rules. I turned around and tackled my own receiver, the own receiver on the kickoff. It was bad. The whole practice stopped. All the coaches were looking at, half of them were looking at me like, and then half of them were laughing. All my teammates were just like, what's this guy doing here? Like, it was just that was my introduction to football.
And I wanted to ask because, like you said, your parents were from Mexico, and I come from Juarez, bro. Were you born in the house with Mexico, hablando español, or just English?
Oh, no, Spanish was my first language.
So they were like on you, like, aquí pa allá. So when you...
Hasta el día yo nomás hablo español con mis papás.
Yeah. So when you went to practice, was it different over there? Or, like, was there a lot of Latino culture over there? Or, like...
Where, in high school?
In Vegas, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we had some Hispanic kids, but I was one of few. But, yeah, so right after we got done with that, I started picking football up on a serious note, started getting kind of good at it. And by my senior year, I was getting offers, UTEP being one of them, and that's why I decided to roll with.
I was doing some research, too. You weren't only good, you were the All-Nevada offensive lineman. You were the All-Conference defensive end as well. Dude, for defense, he's a lineman right now, but for defense, your senior year, you had 42 tackles, 8 sacks, 1 interception, 5 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries.
Yeah, I did play both sides of the ball. Christ. And funny story, too, I was also the kicker and the punter.
No!
Una
pinche patada, güey, para que se te quite.
I had to show that Mexican in me.
That dude, holy shit, that's fucking amazing, man. And then obviously we know you played for UTEP, went off to the NFL. But before we continue to that, I want to move on over here to learn a little bit about our boy Derek here. So Derek, just for those that are watching and listening right now. Derek and my family, we go back way back. You know, I met Derek when he was about 7-8 years old.
Give or take.
He's always been taller than me for some fucking reason, but he's always been there. Derek, also, I was looking into your stats as well, bro. Your senior year, you had 68 pancake blocks. Jesus, that's how many pancakes you eat a day, motherfucker.
And name protein, bro.
And that year also, he had no sacks allowed as well. He was also all district, first team, all city. Derek, dude, welcome to the Takeover show. Tell us a little bit more about what you've been doing, how UTEP went, how Pee Wee football with the Cobras went. Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, obviously, I started out here when I was 7-8 years old. We moved back from California, originally from here, born and raised. And I was always a bigger kid. My dad was a great high school player out at Clint High School back in the 90s. So it was just automatic for me to get started.
It's just natural. It's in the genes.
Shout out Coach Fernie, as you know. So I started out here on the west side of town with the Sun Devils and the Cobras. Worked my way up. I was at Franklin High School, and then same thing as these guys, man, was just, I love football. I was pretty decent at it. Started getting recruited out of high school, and our story's a little more special. It was actually me, Aaron Jones, and Alvin Jones, and Ryan Metz getting recruited at the same time. And this was really more before UTEP was offering a lot of, the area kids and stuff like that. So once Mike Price retired, we were kind of all up in the air of like, what's going to happen. So I actually decommitted from UTEP and originally committed back to UTSA. And yeah, that's on me. I'll lock in. That's on me.
Hey, just lock in, brother.
Yeah, that's my one of me. But long story short, bro, I ended up getting a call like at 2 a.m. from some Pittsburgh area code, and it was Kugler. He's like, hey, my ass is hopping on a jet right now. I'm the new head coach at the at UTEP. I want you, Aaron, Alvin, and Ryan to stay here, and we want to build this off of El Paso kids.
Oh,
so a little insight on how that's how we all got started, man. And really towards the end of high school, me, Aaron, and Alvin started hanging out a lot, and we made that decision, like, let's stay home and let's put on for the city. So
during that time, it was between you three that you guys kind of talked about it. You guys had a whole meeting and be like, hey, we could do something special.
Yeah, we're like, bro, let's do something special. Because me and Aaron at that point in time were, taking junior days to Texas Tech, New Mexico, schools around in the area. And we ended up obviously deciding to stay home, rep for the 915. And then that's where Will came in from Vegas. And then Bobby and Josh came in a little afterwards. But really, with my career ended in 2017. Was extremely grateful for the opportunities that football gave me. They gave me my brothers, my Mijos, and really what I'm up to now. We moved out to Arizona once Will got picked up with the Cardinals.
That's awesome.
Well, one thing is me and my father, we run Moose's Draft House. And I'm also I'm in real estate now as well.
Yeah.
And then Josh will get into it as well, but we're also the ones that are going to be running the brand, Miho Things, really making sure everything's in order.
Dude, you know what, man? Congratulations on all that, man. I feel like you've had a great football career and all that, but also at the same time, like you said, Moose's Draft House, guys. His dad is Tony, the owner of Moose's Draft House here on Hawkins. You're a big deal here too, man. You've been helping out from the beginning as well, and now you're off doing real estate and getting your things going. But one of the things that I love the most too is how, like, you guys, Will being, one of your best friends, you guys reconnected or connect together. You moved out there and now you guys are helping out each other. That's something that I've always appreciated so much, bro.
That's,
you know that.
That's one of the few definitions of what Miho Things is.
That's love, right?
That's brotherhood.
And I want to appreciate, dude, we've had a friendship for years, bro. We went to high school, bro, and like I was telling him, bro, do you remember the time when we were running from the cops and I jumped in the back of your truck, dude? Bro, we were so young.
I was a good ass Miho in high school.
Bro, it was bad, bro.
Bro, I remember that.
Dude, it was bad.
Actually,
bro.
You just unlocked a memory for me. We ended up in the Splash and Dash
Yes, bro, I don't know what the hell happened, bro. But, dude, I just see the cops open the garage, bro, and everyone's just running. Dude, we were like 16, 17.
Dude, I forgot about that. I was not going to lie. I was scared I was going to lose my scholarship.
Dude, everyone was scared, bro. We were kids, bro. And then, sure enough, bro, I see this truck going like at 20, bro. And I'm like, fuck it. Boom. And I fucking hit my head so hard. It's the bed of this fool's truck. Derek's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, bro, fucking drop me off in the corner.
I got you.
Dude,
I got you, dog.
They had my back. I think you guys even got a flash.
See, like, that's Miho Things right there. I got you. You know what I'm saying?
We escaped it, bro. And we're here to this day. And I want to give you your flowers, bro. Like you said, your real estate, bro. You're growing, bro. You were minor, bro. Like,
thank you, bro.
You're doing your thing, bro. I'm proud of you for homie to homie.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
I would just like to add in, I've always been Derek Ummendorf's #1 fan since high school. And
I had your
college,
jersey in high.
Number 75 on the field, #1
It's
in
my
my
dog
heart.
right here. Yeah, kitty cat.
I jumped in your truck that one night,
I was in
brother.
that truck too. I was like, wait, which time are we talking about? End up at the Whataburger right next to across the street from Franklin.
Yeah.
That was the spot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, definitely a bunch of cool high school memories.
Yeah, you know what? Do that Whataburger, dude. Shout out to Whataburger to start off with,
Shout out to
man.
Whataburger for
Yeah,
sure.
Green chili
Whataburger,
double.
yeah.
Green chili double. Shout out Green chili double.
Green chili double.
Green chili double.
What's your order? I want
Extra patty.
Hey, green chili double, extra patty, lettuce, tomato, onion, avocado, 2 extra fries, and a patty melt on the
Patty melt on
side
the
with
side.
avocado.
Some slack.
6 spicy ketchups, all opened up before we start eating, and I'm dipping the fries and pouring the spicy ketchup on each bite.
You can't forget the onion rings and the creamy pepper either.
Holy shit. Holy damn, dude.
Yeah,
And I thought
no.
you fucking ate, dog.
Jesus
Jesus
it's
Christ.
funny whenever we order, they think it's for the whole squad, and then as soon as he orders, it's like, all right, thank you guys. It's like, hold up.
Hold up. We got 5
What do
other
you guys
guys.
want?
Yeah, hold up. I'll also get, and then my orders: patty melt, bacon jalapeno, large fries, large milkshake, honey butter chicken biscuit sandwich,
Yeah.
and the barbecue.
The honey
chicken
butter.
sandwich.
Damn, Josh needs help from Derek to remember his order.
This is what
But
happens when you hang out with
amazing.
O-linemen.
That's crazy.
O-linemen get you to eat.
I just walk up to the menu and I say, yeah. Yes. They're like, huh? I'm like, yes. And what a size.
That's freaking hilarious, man. You guys heard from Derek. You guys just heard his voice, my boy Josh here. Josh, tell us a little bit more about yourself, man, how you started. You just, we heard from Bobby. You met him in middle school playing football, and, you guys made it all the way to college. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, though, man, what you did.
Yeah, so I'm originally from El Paso, born and raised on the east side.
West side or east side?
East side. All my family,
No, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
all my family has ties to Bel Air, so shout out to Bel Air.
Hey, shout out to Bella, man.
Yeah, but I went to Montwood. I went to Faith Christian Academy up until 6th grade, and then I moved to Slider with Bobby. Played football and basketball. Basketball was my favorite sport at the time, but in El Paso, I'm the post player. As soon as we would go out to Dallas or Austin, I'd be doing jump ball with someone who's like 6'10".
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you look like a football player.
Yeah,
Get
I
in
would
here.
be like, dang. All right. So
Yes, sir.
Fast forward, just picked football because I knew I had a future in football, get my school paid for. Bobby got offered, then I got offered. We decided just to go to UTEP. As soon as we got to UTEP, we met Dorf and Will. Kind of took us under their wing. They saw the Miho in us. They wanted to show us the ropes. And ever since they left, we kind of kept that tradition going at UTEP. We kept that tradition going at UTEP, and it was tough, man. UTEP, honestly, it's not a secret. We weren't a very good team, but we had really good players. And it's hard when you have a brotherhood, and every single year they're like, run this much harder, then we'll win. Do this extra, then we'll win. And when you don't win year after year, the brotherhood in the locker room just gets tighter and tighter.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Me and Bobby were blessed enough to go to a bowl game our last year, finally have a winning season.
Nice.
As soon as
Hey, bro, me and Dorf went to a bowl game our freshman year, too.
So as long as all the Mihos have
But
a
weren't you
bowl
guys like didn't win any games your senior year?
yeah.
Hey, let's not talk about that.
Every Miho has
Josh,
a bowl
continue.
appearance.
Chill.
Every Miho has a bowl appearance. I will say that. If there's a Miho on the team, we're going to a bowl game.
All right, damn. In that case, bro, shit, you should have started off with that, Josh.
If you want to win, put the Mijos in.
No, but like Derek said, as soon as I got done playing, I worked at Merrill Lynch for about 2 years. It was a very lifeless job. You know, it's just same thing every single day, sitting at a computer. Then we had the opportunity to run the Miho brand full go. So we're doing marketing deals, trying to push the brand out. Podcast now. You guys are our first podcast, and
No way.
First appearance.
it's
Wow.
our first appearance.
Dude,
so-
damn, dude, that just got hard real quick, dude.
You guys are taking our podcast virginity.
we like to pop them real quick.
Just be gentle.
Bobby's bleeding over here. and
Yeah,
shit.
just be gentle.
Nah, but yeah, we all got close just because we have a lot of similar interests. We love music, we love eating, we love working out, we love sports, and anytime we go out and do something, it has something to do with that: eating, sports, or working out.
That's
And
awesome.
That's what keeps us close.
Yeah.
Especially like when Will's training for season, it's up to us to keep him accountable. If we know he
Right.
can't have donuts after every meal like we love to do, then we have to tell
You guys
him.
have each other's back. That's cool,
No,
man.
yeah, these guys definitely keep me in a good spot throughout the off season. They help me work out. We actually were just doing a little bit of wrestling yesterday, just as cardio.
shit.
And my boy Dorf threw his back out for me. So
I don't like doing wrestling with Chewy here because he likes to hold on a little bit longer than he should. You know, like whatever, Chewy.
I
But
eventually transform into lucha libre and beat his ass.
whatever.
What it
But
is
Josh,
mainly is we like to hold each other accountable, you know.
Yeah, hell
You
yeah.
know, we see each other falling off track. We like to get each other back on track. Like, hey,
Dude.
lock in, bro. You know, it's time to lock in, especially during
It's that
off
brotherhood,
season.
man, like-
you can't just sit around and be lazy all the time. Like, every morning we're up, we're hitting the gym, we're going to work out. We go on 30-minute walks every morning. You know, just keep each other accountable. That's what it's all for.
Yeah.
That's what Mijos are for.
Actually, 2 days ago, they held me accountable. We went to Chico's Tacos. Shout out Chico's Tacos. Ate fat as fuck. Then came home.
like it was ugly back.
It
Yeah.
was bad.
Came home, and then Dorf hadn't eaten, so he ordered Whataburger. I got Whataburger too, and I was about to get my usual meal, but they all stopped me. They're like, bro.
We're like, hold on, bro. That's a
enough.
little much.
That's
just chill,
enough.
just chill. So,
Like, maybe just stop
That's
at
cool,
one
man.
burger, not two, you know?
Hey,
And the fries, and then you're gonna order a shake too. All right, bro. You gotta choose which one you want. Like either the shake and the
either one,
burger,
dude.
or
Just fries
two
and
burgers. Like
Dude, you know what, man? That's cool, man. I
you're gonna have
think
to work
like,
it off tomorrow.
everybody should have that type of friend. If you don't have somebody that cares like you guys care for each other, then that's not a real friend right there. But Josh, you had said earlier, man, when you went into UTEP, Derek and Will were already, you know, there before you guys, before you and your buddy here. And so tell me about that. How was that? Of them taking you under the arms and like,
So-
was there any initiation?
Yeah,
Did you
I'll-
have to
I'll-
feed them? Did
I'll
you
tell
have
you,
to
I'll tell
like?
you.
What was that whole thing for both of you, man? The other way.
Tell us about the hazing.
So originally, I'm a defensive lineman. I'm the only defensive lineman that hung out with the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I kind of got a pass from Dorf and Will, like, hey, this guy's cool. I know he plays D-line, but you know, in the locker room, it's kind of segregated. You hang out with your You hang out with your position.
Oh, well, okay, positions.
Yeah,
Okay. I was like,
Quarterbacks.
whoa, dude. I thought we were done with that, dude.
We have quarterbacks with quarterbacks, D-line with D-line,
Right.
team dinners, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But that's where I started hanging out with them. Will was actually getting scouted by every single team you could think of, all 32 teams.
Well, yeah, look at him, dude.
Yeah, and then
Look at him. I was like, dude, I need a gardener. I look at him. I was like, right away.
I was a freshman, and I remember going through spring ball practice. I had to go against him when the scouts were out there, so he would tell me like, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry, but I have to go hard." I was like, nah, "Don't worry about it, bro. Go all out." So, you know, with the scouts out there, he's going full blast. He's holding me accountable. It's only making me better at the end of the day. That's how we see it. If I can go against somebody like him,
if you can handle Will,
play New Mexico State, then they don't have a guy like this.
Right.
So it's kind of that mentality where just shut up and do it. You know, it's gonna suck, but
just gotta be a man, do it.
Yeah, you gotta be a man.
Just take it on the chin and do it, bro.
You know, that's how we were with conditioning. Anytime we would condition, we would look at each other like, "Hey, we all have to condition. Let's just get through it, and then we can go out to eat after." It's that type of mentality that
that's
kept us
fucking
close.
dope, dude. What about you, man? Well, how was your mentality during that time?
Oh, it was great. I mean, when I was a freshman, I was behind. I was Will's backup, and every day I got to see him practice and be a badass. And that transition to me when I was considered Will's replacement the next year.
Right.
And I did my best to try to replace what he did there. And
yeah, you had
he was
to fill
up
some big shoes. Yeah, man.
He was a great mentor.
And you did, bro.
And seeing everything that he did, I was able to transition it to my play.
So I want to ask Will here real quick, man. Hearing from them too, you took them, you and Derek took them under your arms. What's that mentality when you get somebody that that eventually is gonna replace you, and then you get a defensive player somebody that you don't really hang out with, but what was it of them that you saw that you're like, hey, these guys could be friends or something? What was your mentality during that time?
Yeah, so as soon as they got to UTEP, me and Dorf right away got on it and we started trying to get to know these guys. Mm-hmm. We knew they were football players, but we wanted to know what kind of mentality and what kind of guys they were. So Dorf actually was the one that started hanging out with them first, hanging out with them outside of football. Mm-hmm. And then he was like,
running from cops and shit?
Yeah.
Nah, that was a dream.
No, he was actually their host. Before they got signed to scholarships. So Josh and Bobby came in and Dorf was their host.
Oh, okay.
And if for those of you that don't know,
yeah, man, hosting on the visit, and then shout out to the other two original Mijos, Miho Ram and Miho Thumbs out of Del Valle. They're coaching there now.
Shout out Thumbs, Ram.
But it was us four, and really more Will came in, and we Will was just a straight up El Paso kid, even though he was from Vegas. So for us, every time I hosted somebody from El Paso, I know what that meant, bro, because I went through that process myself. And
for those who don't know what hosting is basically when you have new players that are potentially going to sign with the school, they get assigned a host, and that host is in charge to show them the school,
kind of convince them to come and stay.
Exactly, and get them to sign that dotted line.
Show them a good time, but
show them a good time for sure.
We showed them a great time.
Yeah, great time.
Great
time. For me, I took that important because they're El Paso kids too,
right.
And so we understood what that meant. Is just these are our people. And UTEP at that point in time was finally starting to offer kids from El Paso, so we just wanted to make sure that they understood, what it entails, what it takes to be here, and that they weren't alone. That hey, I'm an El Paso kid too. Let's do this shit together. Let's put on for the city.
And to answer your question, during those days that he was hosting these guys, that's when he introduced them to me,
right.
And that's when I got to know him a little bit too, and I saw the mentality that they had and how they thought, and we really, me and Dorf, right away, we were just like, we fuck with these guys. These guys can help us win on the field, and we could be boys with these guys off the field. So, that was my first impression of these guys. And
it's something that it's it's a must, right? Especially, if you're making this a career, you need to surround yourself with people that have that same mentality and that have the same drive. And so that being said, Josh and you guys were. What was that thought, though, too, after realizing, hey, we get to hang out with Will and Derek?
To be honest with you, it didn't even feel like we were hanging out with anybody special.
True.
Me and Bobby...
True?
No, because to give you a little more context, me and Bobby met Dorf at a powerlifting gym. Shout out to Oren on the west side.
Hey.
We met at a powerlifting gym, so we really met through lifting first before any football background came into play. When we met Will, that was before he was getting scouted, so he was just another guy on the team. Same thing with Dorf. He was just another guy on the team, and it was kind of a mesh. It takes a lot from a person to party all night and still go to 6 a.m. workouts the next day. That's Miho Things, It's a mentality stuff, yeah.
Big Miho Things there.
we were doing Miho Things before we even knew Miho Things was going to be a thing.
Yeah. Before you even knew that Miho Things
exactly.
been a thing.
And
it's fair to say Miho Things just runs in our blood.
Yeah.
And it became natural.
the more we say it, the more we realize other friend groups have the same mentality.
Exactly.
But now we're just putting a name to it, Miho Things, doing Miho shit, you know?
Fuck yeah. And I appreciate that, bro. And I want to appreciate you guys stopping by and giving us a little taste of what Miho Things
sure.
is. And Derek, I mean, kid, we'll go back to you, introduce you right quick. Don't think I forgot.
Nah,
but
you're good.
if you guys could explain this hat and the base of like,
The M.
yeah, just like what it is behind of, because I see a lot of like Mexican culture in here.
Right.
Can you guys explain a little bit more of like what it is, Miho Things, the brand?
Yeah, so I mean, we came up with this logo. Obviously, the M stands for Miho, and we got the pyramid here. You know, it's Aztec Mayan art that we've displayed on the shirts. And, you know, I think just by looking at it, we all know that Aztec and Mayan pyramids are a symbol of, you know, the Hispanic community and what we are today. And, you know, we thought that would be the perfect symbolism, you know, to represent what we do and how we are as people. And, you know, we kind of tied that to the football world and to our everyday lives as well. Talking about Miho Things, we embrace the Hispanic community. We embrace being where our roots are from, you know, what we are. And so that this is a great way to display that. Miho Things, at the end of the day, you know, it's something that is a term of endearment. From a family standpoint to a friend standpoint, it's a, you know, how many kids didn't hear or have their moms calling them Mijo growing up, you know?
Todos?
Grandmas, aunts.
You know,
Yeah.
Maybe
My
not
mom
kid
called me
well, but
pendejo, but I think it's
among other things, but Mijo was definitely one of them. And you know, now we take it to the friend setting. We call each other Mijo all the time. You know, it's a term of endearment. You know, that you got friends, that's your boy, but that's your Mijo. You know, that's my Mijo.
Mijo right there.
So you know, it means a lot to us. You know, every single little thing that's on these shirts was thought out. It represents something. And, you know, and at the end of the day, you don't have to be Hispanic and Mexican to, you know, rock Mijo thing. Like, it's more of a mentality.
The meaning. It's the meaning of it. And that's what I love. One thing that I love the most is, like you guys, you know, all, you know, when you guys met each other, Mijo was always a thing.
Yes.
Like, hey, Mijo. So, without really even thinking about it, it was already, like, established
Just
in
fell
that
into
friendship
place, bro.
and stuff, you know?
really more on my side of things is just everything that we've talked about up to this point. There's so many other things that go into being a Miho or Miho Things. Obviously, all the fun stuff, all the memories we create with each other, all the, you know, pendejadas we get into. But as we've gotten older, man, it's really more now. It's like, okay, we've had amazing mentors in our life, and we understand where we come from in this city. So now it's turning this Miho Things, yes, everything that comes with that, but also in a professional sense, how we can give back to the community and be a representation of El Paso and show these kids or whoever it is wants to jump on board. It's all about being just a better citizen at the end of the day in the community.
Yeah, you know what? And shout out to that, man. That deserves a round of applause, because if you think about it, man, what you guys are doing, when you guys were doing this, when you guys were saying the whole Mijo thing, you guys were doing it, like you said, man, and like in goodwill. You guys were just saying it like in endearment, right? And then, so why now would you want the new generations to also feel that same thing, you know? Mijo, I feel like Mijo means so much than just, it could mean, you know, endearment with a friend, endearment with your kid, you know, endearment with like somebody, that a bro, you know? There's a lot of meaning to that Mijo thing, and a shout out to you guys, man. For it to be a thing just as friends and then bringing it to life, I think that's awesome, and I think it's gonna continue on for so long.
And I wanted to ask, why the 7'6", brother, right here, the 76?
Yeah, so I mean, this is something that we started, but you know, this is something too that means a lot to me, and I wanted to put a touch of Will Hernandez in there, because at the end of the day, for those who don't know, 76 is my football number.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
why it's on there. What I'm also trying to do with this brand is bridge the gap between the NFL and football players, Hispanic football players.
There you go.
Starting with El Paso.
That's beautiful, brother.
So, you know, everybody knows here that in the NFL there's very, very few Hispanic players, me being one of the few. What I want to do is make it cool to be a Hispanic football player. Make it a thing to make it to the NFL. make it seem a little bit more real to these
Chewy,
kids.
you got a chance, Chewy. You got a chance. Didn't you say you want to be quarterback for the Cowboys or some shit?
Los Rams, güey. No te creas. But in all reality, bro, that's super cool because when we see Mexicans all around, like, sports world, bro, we're very few. And when, like, I see Cinta de Oro, he's from El Paso, he's a wrestler. I think of Brandon Moreno in the UFC. Jaime Jaquez that just started trending. So when I think of the NFL, bro, you're the first guy I ever think of, bro. And I'm pretty sure there's kids all around the world, probably even have you on their wallpaper on their phone, bro. Like, look you up to try and be the second Mexican, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's somebody over there in Mexico City has a picture of Will Hernandez on his wall. And he's like, dude, I want to be like Will. I want to be as big as fucking Will. I want to eat as much as Will. Be as strong.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, though, seriously, there's so much potential in these high school football teams that I've seen around El Paso and Hispanic kids in general, whether it's in California, Florida, wherever they are. We have the formula, and these kids have the tools to be really, really good football players. Just talking about the Aztec and Mayan, behaviors and mentality, those guys were ruthless. Those guys were warriors. And a lot of that you see in guys nowadays, we're some of the toughest people. If you're talking about the UFC, Brandon Moreno, in the UFC, it's a compliment to say, hey, you fight like a Mexican, bro.
Yeah.
Guys take that as a compliment. Why? Because guys are freaking warriors. Like, Mexican blood is different, That's exactly why I think there's so much potential. So many more Mexican players should be playing in the league because we have what it takes. We have that mentality, and at the end of the day, football's a gritty sport. And that's exactly why I want to bridge that gap and bring it all together.
You know what? You're right, Will. And I think all we need is that opportunity, right? We need those people and those kids to see that, like, hey, I have that opportunity to, sí se puede. I have that opportunity to go and play.
Yeah.
And what's also awesome about it is the fact that, like you said, the Mexican fighters in the UFC.
Checo Perez in NASCAR.
Right, but now we have Will Hernandez in the NFL.
Yeah, and even for like me and Bobby with our last names Tejado and Ortega, back then in 2014 and 2016, there wasn't a lot of D1 schools that would come out and recruit in El Paso. So once we got to UTEP, that was a huge opportunity for us. You're coming into a team that you have players from Houston, Louisiana, California, and there's a very small amount of El Paso kids and a small amount of Mexican players on the team. Me specifically, I'm half Mexican, half Colombian. My dad's from Colombia, my mom's from Chihuahua, her side of the family.
So, es un parce.
Yeah, yo también puedo hablar en español muy bien, porque mi abuela nomás sabe español.
¿Frijoles o no?
¿Frijoles o no? ¿Le gustan los frijoles?
También, that's why they were fucking with me so much when they first met me, because they're like, damn, this dude knows Spanish? I'm like, claro que sí.
Claro que sí.
Anywhere we go, it's like we have that touch of the Hispanic root in us. When he made it to the NFL, that was like, dang, how many Mexican-American athletes in the NFL are there? Compared to all the Latino and Hispanic fans in the NFL.
Right.
Cowboys, Niners, Raiders. Imagine how many Hispanic Latinos, but they don't have anybody to look up to.
Exactly.
Which is what we want to do in El Paso, is give those kids a chance and show them the way on how to make it to that level.
You know what I feel like? I feel like in the future, Will is going to be like a head coach of the NFL team, and it's going to be all starting like Mexican American, pura raza.
And really, just to piggyback off of like what Will was saying, obviously that is the main intention, is to show these El Paso kids, and not really just El Paso, just Mexicanos in general, we can do this. And really, what our job is, Bobby, me, Josh, Kitty, and all the other Mijos that aren't here today. Shout out to our boys. Will is going to connect, obviously, the athletic side of it. Us is going to be professional side of things. We are, me, Bobby, and Josh are Mexicans that grew up here. We played at a high level, but we didn't make it to the highest level. That doesn't mean, now our job is to also bring it into a professional sense. Life after football. And really more just building up that community here in El Paso, guiding these kids more of like a mentorship program. Like, hey, didn't work out with athletics. You take everything you learned in that aspect and turn it into your professional life. And that's what we're looking at.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely want to touch base on that as well. Like we were saying, Miho Things and whatnot. And Will mentioning, it's about being a warrior. So it's not just being a warrior out there on the field. It's about being a warrior in life. Wanting to do better for yourself, wanting to do better for your community. This Miho Things gives a spotlight to those Mexican kids out there who are wanting to reach that next level. It's like, hey, this is possible. We're doing it. We're showing you the way. This is a spotlight for them to say, hey, you're destined for greatness. All you gotta do is you gotta work for it. And
Yeah,
you
if we can do it, you can do it, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
We're just some El Paso kids having fun, you know, and then we turn into brothers.
We got guys jumping on back of fucking
I'm
trucks,
sorry about that.
Yeah.
running from cops.
God damn it, Chewy.
Yeah. It's
Chewy
all
has to
Chewy's
fuck
fault.
it up every episode, but that's cool. It
We're
wouldn't be
here
the
now, brother. We're here now.
We're here,
Yeah,
yeah.
we are. And one thing I texted Misa, bro, I was like, bro, I was watching some videos and I forwarded them with the squad. It's inspirational what you went through and been through, bro. I saw your house, how you used to live, like, bro. So I texted him like, wait, he's not si se puede, wey. Si se pudo, bro. Like, yeah, wait, like you're up.
Look,
there.
if Will did it, we can do it, bro. And that's all it takes.
Exactly.
But what I want to do, man, I know we've been talking about football. No, you fucking chill. Well, we'll say right now, if anything, our boy Kitty here can let us know. But speaking of our boy Kitty, man, I want to properly introduce him. We're almost 45 minutes in, but Kitty, man, you're a friend of all these dudes, you know, Bobby, Josh, Derek, Will. How was it that you got into them? Because, you know, without disrespecting you, you weren't playing football or anything. So how was it that our boy Kitty made the squad? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got you. So first and foremost, let me split the G real quick.
Hey!
That's how you make the squad.
I need a beer too, man. Where's the bartender, man? Can I get a beer, please?
Get over here. So I started out being best friends with Dorf in high school. Him and I have been together since I was like 14, 15. And I used to hang out with him and see Chewy at high school and whatnot.
Yep.
But I used to help Dorf study. Dorf used to be a little goody two-shoe little nerd in high school. And I was
okay,
kind of
bro.
like the kid
That's
who
okay.
partied and was like in with all the crowds. But
Big World of Warcraft guy.
yeah,
Love
big World of Warcraft.
Really?
RuneScape.
Big.
Shout out
Used
old
to
school
be.
RuneScape.
Never played it, dude.
And but Dorf and I used to just hang out and chill. We'd get lunch and we'd just eat fat. In fact, we used to have some real musty lunches back in the day. in high
Wait,
school.
okay, tell us a little bit about that.
So,
what kind?
Like, I would drive Dorf to my house, and we would just go and eat like a bologna sandwich with cheese and mustard, and then go up on my balcony, overlooking my pool, and just smoke cigars.
Miho
Hey,
Things.
damn.
And, like,
fire.
Planning your future, man.
We're like 16, 17, just smoking cigars, and then we take a dip. And shout out Copenhagen. And then we'd go back to class just reeking of cigars and whatnot. And we just would do Miho things like in high school.
Yeah.
To the best of our abilities, you know, in a legal stance.
A legal sense.
Borderline legal.
But then afterwards, Dorf got accepted into UTEP, and then I would hang out with him at the house and, you know, in the dorms and just hang out with the guys like Aaron and Alvin. We'd go out, and then he introduced me to Will, and we would just party together and just hang out, and everybody just knew I was with the shits, you know, like,
Yeah.
I was down to earth. And I've always been about my boys. Like, first and foremost, like, I love my family and friends, but my boys are where it's at. Like, my boys have helped me get through the darkest times of my life,
Right.
and they've stuck with me.
They were there when their family couldn't.
But they didn't want to keep me there. They wanted to build me up, and that's what Miho Things is about, is building each other up.
Look, I feel like Kitty is an example of what Mijo Things could create.
Yeah, exactly. They created a monster is what they did.
Hey, like we
Miho
said, Miho
monster.
Things ain't just about being Mexican. Like
Yeah,
it's-
exactly, yeah.
It's a way of
But
life.
mentality.
I will
It's a
say,
mentality,
I've
yeah,
learned
so
most of my Spanish from these guys, just like listening to Spanish songs. Like, we'll
Fíjate que
listen
sí.
to Banda at night and
Hey, sing us
just
a little.
chill.
Can you sing us a little your favorite song
Pero
right now?
fíjate que sí.
Ay, perra!
Quiero que tú sepas que ya no te quiero. You know? Algo no importante. You know, just.
That's
just
my
being
dog
a
right
Miho.
there. That's my dog right there.
I want him part of our podcast now, man. Can we have a part
Honestly,
of our
we'll go from Pepe Aguilar to Juan Sebastian to
Sí.
Drake to Peso
Oh,
Pluma.
Sí, con todo.
And then we dabble into the new shit too, you
Alan
know, like
Jackson.
Gabito Ballesteros, Peso
Taylor
Pluma,
Swift.
Fuerza Regida, like all
Yeah,
that.
no Taylor
No,
Swift,
no
Justin
Taylor Swift.
Bieber, Alan
We'll
Jackson.
pop a little
And that's how,
t-shirts here and there.
that's how Josh and I got
The
real
old
connected,
Taylor
actually.
Swift. Yeah.
Josh and I got real connected through music as well, because Josh is just a big old country boy.
I'm a cowboy at the end of the day, guys.
He's a
I'm from
cowboy.
Texas, yeah.
And so it's funny.
Soy un caballero.
It's funny in college. I used to always stay at Josh's apartment, and then I ended up getting the apartment right next to him. And even then, I
Next
wouldn't
door
stay at
neighbors.
my
Life-
place. I would stay at his. Like, we just always wanted to be together.
Life
And we'd
wanted
always
you
do
guys
everything
together,
Yeah,
exactly.
Cool, man.
And that's just how we bonded. We bonded through, you know, Copenhagen, doing Miho things, listening to country, and just Straight Miho things.
It's a
man.
vibe.
Yeah, at UTEP we had a pickaxe made of nothing but Copenhagen cans.
No way.
Yeah, Dippers Union.
The pickaxe,
Yeah.
Dippers Union.
That's awesome. Hey, man, I wanted to ask, man, especially like Bobby, man, I wanted to ask you. Now going through all this, you know, where you guys are at now, as you guys are progressing, you guys are starting this Miho Things. And your perspective, how do you see this? How do you see where Miho Things are going? And what do you expect from Miho Things?
I expect it to blow up, you know, like we explain how everything is, what it means. And it's just, you know, a blessing, you know, for kids to see all this and for them to join, you know, what we build and our brand. And I see this, I mean, shooting up to the sky, man. I feel like there's no limit to this. You know, started this week, you know, at the Will Hernandez camp we had on Friday. It went, you know, really, really, really good. Shout out to Fit Fam for the good comments.
Shout out to Fit Fam.
Yeah, we really do appreciate that.
Yeah, Fit Fam, bro. Y'all need to sponsor us too. We get all the best of El Paso. Anyways,
No, hell yeah, and it's, I guess, it's just amazing, and I guess I see this going to shooting to the stars.
no, definitely, and I see it as well too. I wanted to bring in our boy Cory Heon here. Cory Heon, if you
Shout out
guys haven't
Cory.
met him yet,
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
met
yeah.
him before this
What's up,
pod.
Cory?
Our boy
out, Cory.
Cory Heon is the president of El Paso Rhinos. Holy shit!
That wasn't me.
Cory. Jesus. Anyways, great intro, Curry, by the way. But Cory, here, talk to us a little bit about yourself, and welcome to the Takeover Show.
Hey guys, how are you?
Doing good.
Doing
Cory,
good.
I'm the president of the El Paso Rhinos, host of the Crash Course Hockey Podcast.
Let's
Had
go.
these two guys on last week. It'll drop today.
Drop today, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And you know, it's just, you know, they invited me to meet you guys, and here I am, man.
No, we get to meet you.
I don't know about that, man.
We're in your
I
city
saw
now.
you guys coming inside. I thought hockey players were big. You know what I mean? But
We get
You
it
know,
everywhere we go.
you
It's
know,
just
there's some
like
big dudes,
you know.
man.
Hey Cory, I was thinking, what if we were to get these guys on the ice rink or something? How would that
kill
work?
it.
Would you
I'd
guys
kill it.
would the skates even get them? Like would they handle their weight or anything?
Well,
throw out my back
the
and
skates can handle the weight for sure, but I would not want to do that to these guys, just because that's a long way to fall, man.
Hey, it's a little bit out of our element, but we're down.
Nah, it's funny.
Yeah,
I thought you were
natural-born
gonna say
athletes.
we'll get them on skates, we'll do full contact, then we'll go on the
It's
football
funny.
field. I'm like, not a chance. I'm already gonna take a beating with Miss Hahn.
Oh, that's right. Hey, if you guys don't know, you guys know who Stephanie Hahn is.
Yeah, shout out to the Hahn
shout out to the Hahn family. She has an up and coming fight, guys. You get all that info right here, right now. But my boy Cory here, he felt tough enough to challenge her to a little fight here. He challenged her to get punched, and
It got carried away because, you know, just like conversations get carried away, man. You know, I like to poke fun. I like to have a good time, and as I give it, and she gave it. So I told her, you know, like, she asked about if we, you know, I fought in hockey, et cetera, et cetera. So we started talking. I said, yeah, man. I said, do you want 2 weeks in the morgue or the hospital? You know what I mean?
Let her
She
know,
kinda-
let her
She
know.
laughed. She goes, well, let's stand up right now and we'll find out. And I was like, absolutely not. But, you know, she was great to have on, and she's a lot of fun. So we're just poking each other back and forth with a little bit of fun, man. But there's absolutely, you got to cut this, eh? You got to cut this out of your podcast?
no, I'm not going to, man. And the thing is like,
I'm not going to fight her.
no, he is gonna fight her. We're gonna make sure he fights her. We're gonna have you guys there for to see, but
Definitely want to see that.
I'd pay for that.
Hey, put me in too.
they'd pay
Put
for
me in
that.
too.
They'd pay for that.
Yeah, that's what it'll take probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
We need
At least.
bigger dudes, man.
But I wanted to bring him on. I want to bring Cory Heon on here. It's just because it's always great to have these great, amazing people that are doing great things for El Paso, especially, you know, how we're doing for the Mijo, right? The Mijo Things. And also our boy Cory Heon. He's trying to get, you know, as many people to actually take notice on El Paso Rhinos and all that, and they have a great team. They got a great facility that they could deal with, and so Cory, thanks so much, man. Guys, for those that are watching and listening right now, actually after this podcast, we're about to go and record with him. He'll have his own podcast here, episode number 32. So make sure you guys are following and subscribing. But Mr. Cory, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
man.
Corey.
Appreciate it. Thanks
Yeah,
for having
shout out to
me
the
on, guys.
Rhinos.
Just listen to you guys talk and your guys' story, man. Awesome job what you're doing in the community, and best of luck to you and your future endeavors, man. It's fun to watch you, dude. And just best of luck, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have
You
fun
as
tonight,
well.
man. Hopefully you hit a home run. Don't strike out in softball, man. You're not going to live that down, bro.
Hey,
Don't
brother.
manifest that, yeah.
I was only built to play football, man. So just keep that in mind when you're watching.
Excuses, right? Have fun, fellas. We'll talk to you guys later, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Cory.
Thank you, Cory. Thank you, man. Thank you. So that was your boy Cory Heon, man. One more time, president of the El Paso Rhinos. You know what, man? This is what we love. Me and Chuy love doing this thing, man. We love meeting the best of El Paso, especially if they're doing something to grow El Paso and make El Paso great. You know, make big things. Me and Chuy always talk about how there's so many great people in El Paso, man. Great people that own businesses, great people that are athletes, you know, actors and artists. And the thing is I hate people telling me all the time, like, bro, there's nothing in El Paso, nothing to do in El Paso. Everybody that's good in El Paso always leaves. And I feel like it's our job to kind of come in here and kind of show everybody that, no, you're fucking wrong, dude. This is what we're doing, man. We got Miho Things going on, you know? Yeah, but so I wanted to ask you guys now. I wanted to ask, what's the future looking like for Miho Things? What's the future looking like for all of you guys? I know that, you know, Josh and Derek, you guys are doing your you know, what is it? Selling your homes?
Well, so I'm in real estate.
Real estate.
So I'm in real estate. Josh is also the head of like the Miho Things and Will's marketing as well. And then me and him are going to be in charge of obviously of the brand.
So what's the future looking like for you guys? What's the plans? What do you guys are aiming for?
Like I said, we want to get back to the city of El Paso, right? We want to create a facility to give back to the middle school and high school kids and give them an opportunity to learn football-specific training that we never got here in El Paso because there's nothing like that here in El Paso. We also want to expand and have Mijo's Tacos, have a taco truck outside the bars. Shout out Dickie. I know you guys had Dickie on the pod last week.
Shout out Dickie.
We do want to have like a Mijo's Tacos food truck outside the bars, have that facility where kids can come and train. Also do food reviews. We love food so much, kind of like Barstool Sports with the pizza thing. You know?
That's funny that you say that, man. Actually, we were talking, and since I started this podcast, I told them we have to get to a point where we're like doing food reviews.
Yeah.
You know, and not just that, but we're bringing in like some of our past guests, and
that'd be dope,
I feel like Josh is going to be there every fucking episode. So Josh, I'm looking forward to it.
No, I have to. I'm a picky eater, so I'll let you know if it's good or
bite.
not.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Then,
the whole bite, everybody knows the
One
rules.
bite is just, that's all we need. One bite's all we need.
And then just piggybacking off of what Josh is talking about the gym, we really more of a sports performance center, emphasis on football, but we do want to break into other sports, and not just that, but also adding like a life mentorship that ties to that as well. It's not all about the athletics at the end of the day. We want to make sure that
life after that.
Exactly, and not just that, not whether you're if it's little mijos, little mijas, whoever it is, making sure that they're aware of life after athletics and how to function in the world, because that's something me personally what I struggled with.
Right.
After athletics was taken from me, my structure in life was very hard to create on my own. So we want to make sure that these kids are understanding that, like, look, yes, athletics, everything, amazing. But at the end of the day, what is going to happen after that? And we want to make sure these kids are prepared for
Man,
that.
that's awesome, dude.
I don't care
That's
who's
it.
watching, what sport, you know, what you played. After high school, middle school, or college professional sports, life after that's tough because you're not a part of that brotherhood anymore. You're not a part of the routine. Back then, all we had to do was play football. We had our school paid for, somewhere to sleep, and food to eat. Now, going into the real world, it's not like that. No one cares if you used to play football.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a good thing, because people don't think about that. People don't think that, like, hey, what happens if football ends for me? The real life happens. You have to go out there and get a job, and you see it all the time. You see athletes that were a professional, and then after that, you see them fall off because they don't have that guidance on like what to do after football, after being a professional. And you guys bringing that up, man, I think that's freaking amazing, because let's be real here. A lot of these, you know, young kids that are planning on being a football player, they think nothing but, hey, let's make it to the NFL, right? They don't think like, oh, well, if I don't make it, well, what else am I going to be, you know?
No, and you're right. You know, that's the realistic part of this. That's very realistic. Not everybody's going to make it, but the cool thing about this whole deal is you got somebody here that did too.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to strive for that one opportunity. And it's cool too, because just like we're going to have backup plans. We're going to make sure these kids have all the resources just in case, not everybody makes it. We're also going to have the resources if you're good enough and we're going to help you make it.
Hey.
So we have both sides of the spectrum.
Pretty much like, Mijo, things are going to happen good. You're going to make it no matter what.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of ideas that we've thrown out there and that we're going to work towards, but that is one that we're pretty serious about, opening up a big institution, sports complex kind of deal, everything done right, everything that these kids need. And when I'm not just talking about like good weight machines and great dumbbells and like that's part of it, but we're going to have classrooms here where these kids can go into seminars and we can have experts. I have a lot of friends that are experts in their own fields. We can have show these kids how taxes work, show these kids how real life problems happen.
And then going back off of what you were saying, brother, I saw that you were on CQ or GQ talking about your finances. Would you implement like a money management class to that or something, just so these
exactly.
Like, let's say you have a kid that makes it, like God bless you and your program, bro, and you do have a kid that makes it. You want to help both ways of like you're getting here and then all right, now you're here. This is what it's like.
That's the very first thing I'm going to make sure these kids learn about is finances. Talking about taxes, talking about saving, talking about investments. And investments is one of the least talked about things in schools, and it's one of the most important things in the real adult life.
Yeah. It's the only thing that you really worry about whenever you become an adult.
Right. Yeah.
And it's the most important too. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So, more than a gym, more than a performance center, we're going to be a place, an all in-house place where we can do everything. We can train a kid to be the best football player he can be, go to the NFL, and get him the help he needs after he makes it. Or we can help those kids, too, that don't make it into the NFL, but they want to do something with their life. They want to do a really good career. We give them the tools so they can excel at whatever it is that they want to do.
Right.
So when you're talking about this performance center that we're going to do and everything that comes with it, it's going to be something for everybody, and it's really, at the end of the day, how much work you put into it as a kid, as an athlete.
Like Derek said, there's a life after athletics. It's just not just athletics, and that's beautiful, bro. I want to thank you guys for if you guys are dope, bro. That's a super badass idea, and I'm proud of you guys, bro.
Thank you.
Éxitos todo, and you guys got this, bro. Honestly.
Thank you. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, like Chewy was saying, man. What's great about it is like you've like you said, you've been already. You're a professional, right? You're already in the NFL, right? And then you have your friends that weren't able to make it, but at the same time, they're succeeding, right? They're still trying to find a way to be like, hey, we still have our lives. Let's make sure that we have a good career. And let's be honest, too, here. Like, what's the percentage of a football player making it to the NFL?
We could start with high school, right?
Well, going into college, I think only 1 to maybe 2% make it to the Division I level. I think from the Division I level into the NFL, it's under 1%.
Right. Under 1%.
Under 1% make it.
Way under 1%.
You're talking about there in the NFL, what, bro? There's under, when it comes to, say,
52-man roster.
There's a 52-man roster, bro. There's hundreds of positions only.
And then so there's thousands of players that are trying to do. So that's what I love about you guys is the fact that, like, hey, if you have that ambition and that motivation to become a professional, we'll help you out.
Yeah.
But even if you don't, guess what? We're still going to help you out.
100%.
We're just going to make sure that after your career in sports, you still have some guidance on like how life could be okay. And that, guys, deserves seriously a big old round of applause. And the thing is, like I was telling Chewy earlier on the way over here, is like, yo, dude, these guys are bigger than us, stronger than us, probably faster than us, but they're younger than us. And they're doing this stuff. You guys are coming up with these things that are gonna for sure make a big impact in our community. And honestly, man, I couldn't. That's something that, like, if I was, my son, I have an 8-year-old kid and a 14-year-old daughter. I want them to look up to you guys and be like, hey, look, you do whatever you do, but at the same time, if you could help somebody else, that's a good way to do it. Follow these guys right here, Miho Things, guys. Man, we keep giving round of applauses all day here, man. Yeah, we got to give you flowers. But so we've already come up to an hour on this podcast. It's gone pretty fast. It's been a great podcast. There's a couple of things that I wanted to bring up. There's a funny stuff. Me and Tree, when we were trying to do our research, we couldn't help but run into that video where Will got kicked off. a game ejected.
Oh, was it against the Cowboys?
You pushed the ref through the back.
Oh, the Panthers, right? Was that the Panthers? That was my Maz, bro.
Yeah, can we get a little explanation on how that went?
Yeah.
So while he explains, I'm gonna have the video pull up right here. Mr. Will Hernandez going crazy. So what was going on? Did somebody talk shit about tortas or what happened?
Yeah, so I'm about to go into a dark place in my head right now because that was a very uncomfortable situation. But no, so first things first. When you're talking about the NFL and you're playing in the game, the refs are off limit. You don't touch the refs. Okay, they're very, very adamant about it.
Don't even
some
look
more
at them,
than
dude.
others. Yeah, some more than others. But that's just a basic rule, and we all know that. Obviously, my intention wasn't to hit a ref. My intention was to go back up one of my teammates that they were doing some extra shit.
You didn't even know what was going on. You just had.
I just knew one of my teammates was in trouble. I'm all about my boys, like I said, and I had my boys back. And so I ran over there trying to I was really just trying to grab his
break
ass
things
and,
off.
and let's go. Let's keep playing. It's not about fighting. It's about playing. You got to put your team first, and that means don't throw punches. Because as much of a fighting rep that I have and all this bullshit, when have you actually ever seen me throw like legitimate punches?
That's what we were talking about, bro. I was like, bro, he has that. People say like this guy's a fighter, this guy's rough or whatever. Now, so I was like, he hasn't even thrown a punch, bro. Like, what the
in
fuck?
football, the rules
Can
are
he even
different.
fight?
If someone hits you after the play, it's always the second guy that gets in trouble.
Always the second guy that gets
So
caught.
you could push
Don't be
someone
the
after
second.
Be the
play,
first.
But if you retaliate, that's where you get in trouble.
Also, I think throughout all those scuffles and fights or whatever that I've had throughout my years playing, I think only one of them was an actual penalty against me and the team I was on. All the others were flags on the other team.
Yeah, right.
So
If you can, pull up the Cowboy compilation with him.
Bro,
and
that's what I was gonna say. I have.
That's when he was backing up Danny.
Yeah, I have notes.
Danny
on
Times?
notes. And my question is, dude, what's the beef with the Dallas Cowboys? I saw like I saw a 5-minute clip, and dude, I remember that dude trying to grab the ball. And you're like, ¿Qué puto? And he shoved it, and I was like, que se armen los chingazos.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm on the side of the team that I'm on. I was playing for the Giants at the time, and the Cowboys were our rivals. They were a division rival.
Yeah, you were like, fuck the Cowboys. Yeah.
It don't matter. At the end of the day, you're a rival. You're a rival. You're on the opposite side of the ball of me. I don't care about you. And it just so happens, though, that the Cowboys are one of the most.
Are they?
Oh yeah. I mean, at least those years that I was playing. Those years that I was playing, their defense was yappers.
And their fans.
Yeah. And so it just happened to work out that way. It wasn't something against the Cowboys. It was just that the Cowboys happened to just run their mouth a little too much for my liking.
It's just Cowboy fans, Cowboy players. Y'all need to chill.
Hey, but it's all good. It's part of the game. Good. I love it. It gets me going. It gets everybody going. So it makes it just a better game for the fans at the end of the day. So I don't regret anything. I don't wish I didn't say or do anything. Like, I'm all about it. Like, if you guys want to talk, let's go. Like, it's all
hell
good.
Hell yes. You know what I like, dude? You know what I like, though? We just had our boy Cory Heon here. And you know how he's, president of the El Paso Rhinos. He used to be also a player for the Buzzards here in El Paso. And what's crazy is, like, I was on the podcast that we were on, I was telling him, dude, look, if every sport would allow that, just imagine the NFL. I could just imagine Will Hernandez like fucking grabbing a little ass safety, that was trying to fucking like blitz and shit, like tenga puto poof, and then let's just go at it, like why not, dude? If that was the case, bro, I'll have season tickets for all teams. But that's
what's
awesome.
Funny is Bobby, Dorf, me, and Kidwell are all Cowboys fans. As soon as he got picked up in the league, we were Giants fans, and now we're Cardinals fans.
Except Bobby, he tried to pull up to. Except Bobby, he tried to pull up to one of the games with his like Tyron Smith jersey and shit.
Miho Things right there.
All right, so Will, real quick, you got drafted by, the Giants, 34th pick, and then now you're with the Cardinals. But what was your team growing up?
Actually, my team was the Steelers growing up.
No shit.
Well, ever since freshman year of high school, which is when I started to really watch football. But the only reason that was because at the time, my high school offensive line coach, Coach Jack, shout out Coach Jack.
Yeah, shout out Coach Jack.
He was this big-ass Yinzer from freaking Pittsburgh. And obviously his team was the Steelers, and all he would do is just talk about the damn Steelers. and he would just bring them up so much that I learned the entire team. I started looking into them too, and I just adapted it as my team. Because, I didn't know anything about football at the time.
Super cool.
So I would just hear about the Steelers, and I'm like, you know what, Steelers is my team. Started repping them and stuff.
Is it Steelers in Spanish?
Steelers?
Los
I think
Steelers.
it's Steelers. Los Steelers.
Los Steelers.
All the way up until
Mm-hmm.
my last year at UTEP, I was a Steeler fan. Once obviously I got drafted and stuff, that was done. But funny story about the Steelers is the one way everybody found out I was a Steeler fan was in college. Was we took a little trip to Juarez.
Hey, shout out Juarez.
At the time we were broke college kids. We wanted to make our money run long, and it ran very long in Juarez.
I hope my mom's not watching. She'll be
You go over there with $20 or $10, and you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna eat good. And you're gonna have a great time.
You could be there all week, bro. $20.
Kentucky's.
Yeah. So we go over to Juarez,
Some tortas and tortas.
eat good, eat very good, and on the way back, we stopped by and see all these like Mexican ponchos of different NFL teams. There was a Steeler one. Bought it, and then we had to rush back to El Paso because at the halftime of UTEP basketball game, I was going to get honored with I forgot
All-American.
Yeah. And
So many honors, he forgot about it. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Whichever one that was.
and
that.
I literally threw my Steelers poncho on, and we rushed back because we were going to be late. And we made it just in time, and I forgot to take it off. And I walk in the middle of the court at Don Haskins, and everybody's looking at me, and everybody just sees me with the Steelers poncho on. And I'm just like, shit. Like midway through, like,
I'm going to have to move.
We were a couple Dos Equis in, too.
Yeah.
You forgot to leave that shit out.
More than a couple. But, and that's how everybody kind of like.
That's
I'd like
awesome,
to chime
dude.
in with that, just saying the first time I ever met Will was at one of Dorf's house parties that we had. And like you said, Dorf was a host for these guys, but Dorf was a host for quite a few, and Dorf would always show the guys a great time. And the first time I met Will, it was one of those parties, and this guy's wearing a Mayan calendar and temple poncho, and he's just dancing around. And I was dancing with him, and he was just like, "Yo, Mio," like he's like, "You with the shits, like you boys." And then I, told him, I'm friends with Dorf and whatnot, and whatever you guys need, got you. Just here, have a good time, make sure everybody else has a good time. And it's those ponchos. I mean, that's a staple for Will right there.
Yeah, and then he put that heavy ass fucking necklace over you.
Yeah.
He's like, you're part of the
Awesome.
Mayan culture now.
Yeah, he was like, he was knighting me, like.
Te bautizo, güey.
Kitty's all like, what did you say, Mayo?
I was like, what'd you call me? What'd you call me? Like you're saying, the Mexican Mijo thing, like not having your mom call you Mijo. I hear these guys call me Mijo every day for the past 7 years, so
yeah,
it's making up for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know what, guys? I love what you guys are doing, man. From the friendship, and that's what it should be. I think like this whole Mijo things, knowing that it started like before you guys even knew, man. It was just between friend things. It's a cultural thing, a family thing, and you guys creating it into something like this to expand it and helping out other people that are going through the same, might be going through the same thing. I think for you guys, that's freaking amazing, man. That's awesome. That's sick. So what I want to do now is I want to go around this table one by one, and I want to give you guys like your last words for this pod, starting with our boy here, Bobby. And I want to ask, bro, let us know your final words, but also where people could find you, follow you, and your plans for the future.
So on Instagram, _Big Bobby D _. That's my Instagram.
Big Bobby D.
What does the D stand for?
Big Bobby D.
D stands for my last name.
Mamon.
No sea mamón.
No, I mean,
Big Bobby D.
like future's bright from Miho Things. I'm a coach right now. I coach at Hanks High School.
Oh,
So,
shit. All right.
I'm getting my knowledge that I learned from these guys and learning what I did at UTEP and actually had an opportunity to play, to have a chance. I was with the Colts, had a mini camp with the Colts for a little bit. Yeah. And going back to what we talked about, how once all that shit finishes, it's done. You get on a flight back home and
then what's next?
that's what's next, exactly.
Right.
But thank God I have my boys to walk me through everything.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm blessed for these guys and it's all exciting.
Oh, thank you, Bobby. Thank you so much for being here, man. Will, final words for you, man. What's the future looking like for you? New season coming up. You got your boys here next to you. You got Miho Things going on. You're a very busy man. What's the future looking for you, bro?
Yeah, so first things first for me, football is my life right now. So that's all I'm dedicated to. These guys are more in charge of running the brand and everything else on the side. But for me, I'm going to year 7 in the NFL. I've learned a lot. I'm trying to pass on what I've learned to these guys, and not only to these guys, but all these kids like we've talked about through the brand. And, my focus right now is being the best football player I can be. I want to play as long as I can, and I want to keep playing at a high level for a long time. So, besides that, I'm with my Mijos, my family, and my faith as well. And just make sure that everybody gets that equal opportunity just like I did. The longer I'm in the NFL, the more I realize that I want to pass this on to someone. I want other people and kids to be here and to be able to make it. So I'm trying to facilitate that with everything that we're doing. And, I'm excited as hell to see future El Paso kids or future Hispanic kids, period, later on, and then make it to the NFL. And Instagram, Will Hernandez 71. And, let's do it.
Dude, guys, you already heard him, man. And you know what? For sure, there's going to be kids out there later on in the future talking about how they made it, and they're going to be saying, like, you know what, thanks for Will Hernandez and Miho Things and all that. I could already see it, man. You guys are doing something to open opportunities for these kids. Even if they don't make it, guess what? You guys still have some help to make it in life. And shout out to you. Shout out to you, Will, man.
So we got Will Hernandez 71. Also, make sure to follow Miho Things page at Miho Things. And, at the end of the day, pretty much what I want to make sure is everybody knows, too, and I've had a lot of questions about it. Miho Things will be launching sometime in July. But you guys we will announce beforehand, when we're going to launch, so everybody knows. Miho Things website will be up on my Instagram as well, and this is just the start of it too. This is our core batch of shirts, just so people see the logos, so people know exactly what the brand is. Yeah. Something simple, but we are going to start getting swaggy with the designs too, so keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Will Hernandez. And I wanted to say, man, that's my stepdad's and my mom's last name. I think you guys might be related, so we got to look into that. I want to make sure that I could say that I'm related to you, so I'm going to make sure. Yeah, I'm going to look into it. Yeah, Ancestry, said Mr. Kitty. So, Derek, bro, final words for you, brother.
Yeah, no, I mean, my IG's at DREK75, DREK75, and then obviously, we do ask if you can follow Miho Things. But really more what's up for me is running the brand with Josh, trying to scale and grow that as much as possible. In my professional sense is growing my real estate business out there in Arizona. I do want to come back to Texas as well and get my license here. But really what our goals is, and I know Josh is going to touch on it as well, is like for me, building my real estate business enough to where I can start tying it into the brand and really showing these kids outside of the athletic sense, hey, there's stuff to succeed in when it comes to business. So being that mentor when it comes to a real estate business mindset, that's what I'm shooting for.
Dude, awesome, bro. Dude, awesome. I love the fact that he's using this, his career that he chose now after, his football career. He's also using his friends. He's using all this to actually help people out, bro.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't
help
be
people
here
out.
without
What the
my
fuck are
boys
we
and
doing,
people
Chewy? The fuck we gotta fucking make a meeting and think about shit, dude. But anyways, Derek, thank you so much for being here, bro. It's good seeing you. Like I said,
bro,
man.
good to see you too.
Last time I saw you, were still taller than me, but hopefully you could stop growing so I could stop. The only time I will look up to you is because of what you're doing, man. I'm just tired of looking up to you and talk to you.
Damn it, Dorf.
That's on me. I'll lock in.
But moving on, man, we got our boy Josh. Josh, bro, last words for you.
Well, first of all, I want to say shout out to you guys for having us on.
Yes.
Thank you. This is really big for the brand, so I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to Moose's Draft House for letting us have it here. Keep it in the family. I also want to shout out Oren, who trained us coming out of college and high school. Rick Treviso, he's a big help to the Mijos. All the Mijos and East Lake Glass here in El Paso, they've all had something to do where we're at today. And my Instagram, for you who don't know, is Joshua Ortega with 2 A's at the end on my last name. If you guys can go ahead and follow the Miho page, we really want to give back to El Paso. Me being an El Paso kid, this means a lot to me, and I've always wanted to work for myself, and this gives me an option to work for myself. Anybody on Instagram, any kids out there, if you guys have any questions for any of us, just reach out to us.
Please.
We're here to mentor. We've had a lot of mentors out here in El Paso, and it took us to where we're at today.
These guys will be handling the Miho Things IG also. So if you guys, I get bombarded with DMs and stuff, so it's harder for me to get back. But if you guys do have serious questions about whether it's the brand, your own personal situation, football, the best way to get back to you guys is through that Miho Things page.
Hey, you guys heard it. You guys heard it here first, man. Shout out to you, Josh. I think what you're doing and what you're taking care of and in charge of it's a big deal. I think that's gonna help people and the brand expand and have people notice you guys. And we'll be here along the way to help you guys, expose this and spread the word as well. But shout out to you, Josh. I think you guys are doing great. And
thank you for you guys. Like our boy Sharkman said, I hope you're watching this, Sharkman. We just want to lift trophies with our best friends. Everybody lift a trophy with your best friends.
Shit, dude, I want to cry right now, dude. Fuck. Nah, that's cool, man. That's a lot of love, man. And if you're an athlete, even if you're not an athlete, and you have some friends like this, man, take care of your friends, take care of each other. Really look after each other. And if you need some help in life, you need some help. If you're an athlete, even if you're not an athlete, look into Miho Things. We're gonna have all that information on the captions down below, guys. But before we go, Kitty, let us know what's up, brother.
That's right. They say the best for last. Y'all know what it is, man. Come on. Miho Things. Viva la Mijos, you know what I'm saying? For life, baby. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to these guys. Thank you for having us on.
Hey, thank you,
Truly
brother.
appreciate it. First podcast. You guys were gentle with us, so I appreciate that too. Nothing torn. I want to give another shout out to the Mijos who aren't here. The Chavez brothers, that's Chavo, Gabe, Goose, Miho Ram, Miho Alex, Miho Thumbs, Miho Zay. Just give a shout to you guys.
Shout out Show Ready Detailing
Miho Sharkman
on the west
as well.
side. Yep.
That's my boy.
You got a whip, you want it clean?
Shout out, P. Rick. He's helped us out with a lot. Trained these guys. We've been working out with him all week. He's helped us out a lot. I want to shout out to the Mijas helping us out with the camp that we had earlier this week. All the volunteers, really appreciate it. Helped us out a lot. I want to give a shout out to the Moose's Draft House over here on Hawkins. Definitely come check them out. They've got the best Cubanos, best Musadillas. Get yourself a Musarita as well while you're at it. Trust. My socials, it's Ray_Kidwell. It's Ray because I'm white, R-A-Y. SME Reyes, you know what I'm saying? SME R-A-Y. SME Robert. Shout out. Tio Danny for sure. I love Tio Danny. I want to give a shout out to Sully and Wrigley as well.
Yes.
And,
those are my dogs.
Yeah, I'm a big shout out guy because I want to make sure everybody feels love. I mean, that's pretty much my role in here. I mean, I make sure everybody feels love. I make sure everybody's having a great time. That's what we're all about. That's what Mijos are all about. We want to make sure everybody knows this is a family. This is not just a brand. This is a family. This is a brotherhood. We built this for people out there to feel welcome, that, you're not alone in this process going through it. Like, you may feel like you're feeling down and you didn't make it to that level or not. There are other aspects and other routes that you can go through. And that's what we're here to show.
Pretty much we're going to handle our business, but we're going to have fun along the way.
Hell yeah.
But
That's
thank
our
you
kid
guys
right
again.
here, too. That's
Shark Kitty.
And then one thing we do want to take the time to thank the city of El Paso for coming out to the first annual Miho Things camp this last Friday. It was a huge success, as Bobby was talking about. Looking forward next year, we've already discussed we want to bring at least 2 camps, maybe even one in March, one in June or July. But just stay on the lookout for that next year. We got some special things coming for the city of El Paso.
Big things coming, nothing but.
You guys already heard. You know what, man? I gotta say, I feel like I relate the most with our boy Kitty here. It's just because I'm not athletic. I'm not and all that. But at the same time, he's kind of somebody that kind of keeps the group together as well. Like he's an add-on to that. Like I feel that without Kitty here, there wouldn't be no Mijo's Things.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they could be, but it wouldn't be.
It's a glue.
Yeah, it wouldn't be
the same.
for white people, like you said. But you know how they say, man. It's fine, but you know how they say, man. If it's white, it's all right.
It's
so,
all right.
Kitty, you're all good, brother. Speaking of, man, final words, Chuy, final words from you, brother.
I have, in Spanish we say la boca abierta, like I'm out of words, bro. I didn't know Mijo Things. Growing up, like with these guys, hashtag Mijo, I'm like, this is ways, like we're bros, we're like, you know? Yeah. But I didn't know, I didn't captivate. Now I'm like, holy shit, this is beautiful, bro. That's sick. I'm excited for you guys, your program, bro. The future's super ahead of you guys. Don't give up, even when it's hard, bro. Just keep it up, bro. Showing up is half of the fucking job, bro, and you guys got this. Bros, bonding, bro. I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you,
One question
bro.
I did want to bring up, bro, was the Eli Manning dinner a real thing?
Yeah. So, like, this guy's making me dig deep and shit. All right, so we were in camp. I think it was my rookie year, and we were in Detroit for camp, joint practices against the Lions. And one of those nights, Eli brought us all out to eat. I think it was the entire offense. So there was about like 30 guys in there. And so we go to this very, very nice steak dinner, very expensive restaurant.
Wait, it must be nice.
Yeah. At the time, though, I had never gone I think the nicest restaurant I had gone to was like Olive Garden.
Shout out Olive Garden.
So when I first got there and I was seeing these prices, I was like, oh, shit. Like, you know, I was just like blown away.
Salad.
We got the private room. Everybody's having a good time. Wine bottles everywhere. These rich fucks are like ordering the most expensive wine there is. And everything's cool. And I thought I was just being invited as like another guy on the team just to eat, and Eli got the bill. Next thing you know, the waitress is putting the bill in front of me.
Rookie gets a bill, no.
And I'm just like, what the hell's going on? So I open it, and I just see fucking, I went right to the total. I skipped all the bullshit, went right to the total. And that shit said like $33,478.
Where you're like, no mames, bro.
That's when you say no mames.
Holy shit. I'd have to sell my kids and my wife for that.
We have a group chat on Snapchat called the No Mames group chat, and he sent us the pic, and we're like, fuck.
So like, dead ass, as soon as I see the bill, I'm just like, no mames, bro. And at the time, I was a rookie, beginning of the season. We still hadn't gotten all of our money paid yet.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to get into it, but I barely had enough money to cover the bill in my account.
No.
And I'm just in my head, I'm like, damn, like I just got this fucking money and I already got to spend it.
Damn.
But you know what? I wasn't going to be that guy. I wasn't going to be like, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. So I just literally grabbed my card, made a quick phone call to my financial advisor to make sure that it was
good to go.
It was going to be like, it was going to run through.
Imagine getting that decline. Rookie.
He just gave me the yes, hung up on me, all pissed. I put my card down, and I'm just like, here you go.
Wow.
As soon as I do that, the entire table starts laughing. Eli starts laughing, and he just tells me, hey, Will, I'm just messing with you, man. We already took care of it.
No.
So he pretty much pranked me. Yeah,
it's a
he's
test.
fucking with me.
That's
Miho Things.
Miho.
That's Miho Things right there.
That's what Jesus.
That's Miho Things right there.
Shout out Eli Manning. Shout out Eli for being the man I am today.
Without those 33,000, dude, I wouldn't be here right now.
I just wanted to say thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys, man.
I just wanted
Thank
to
you
ask,
so
that
much.
was my main question, bro. Because from a Mexican to a Mexican, bro, it's a beautiful thing, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro.
No, and I also want to thank you guys and applaud you guys for everything that you guys are doing
For the city.
You know, like obviously you guys are killing it out here. I can't wait to see how much more you guys grow. And we like being around people like you guys. I mean, Dor told me a little bit about you guys before, and I wanted to be a part of it right away just because of mainly how you guys are.
Hey, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Miha, yes you can.
Let's all get it together.
Miha, yes you can. Hey, you hear that, Iris? Miha, yes
Iris,
you can,
I'll
man.
be texting you back right now. I'm sorry.
Miha, yes you can, and Miha will hook you up with Miho Things. But final words for me, guys. I just want to say it's been awesome. This whole journey with the podcast, meeting Tony. Tony was actually I just graduated from marketing and advertising.
Yes, sir. Congratulations.
And yeah, thank you, man. And so Tony was my first client. You know, so my first client, and so. We go way back.
Yep.
You know, we go way back. Our family goes way back when Derek was, you know, like I said, like 8, 9 years old when I first met him. And so seeing how things have progressed and growing up and seeing the people that we connect with. And our main goal here, man, is to pretty much expose the best of El Paso to the people of El Paso. You know, like, and if that means of collaborating and helping other people collaborate with each other, then that's fine with us. You know, our main goal is like, I'm tired of hearing people that there's nothing in El Paso. El Paso's the 20th biggest city in the United States. We're right next to the biggest border city as well. We have some great culture. We have some great athletes.
Great food too.
Great food. Look at Josh right away. Starting off with food. He's the true of the group.
In Arizona is a 1 compared to the food in El Paso. We
Straight
hit
up,
up
bro.
El Cometa, Tacos on Cuco, Chico's,
Track One, Draft House,
Draft
Moose's.
House. Yeah, we have a K-Dama. We have a laundry list of places we come to. So we miss it, man. I love El Paso
Yeah,
so much.
Oh, it's good to be back home, man.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. And guys, you guys are watching, man. I hope this motivates you. Also, I want to give a big old shout out to the one and only my boy Tony from Moose's
Thanks,
Draft
Dad.
House, man. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't have happened. Tony, get in here real quick. Tony, tell us a little bit real quick about Moose's Draft House, where people could find it, where people could eat, what they're expecting when they come in. Let us know, Tony.
1550 Hawkins Boulevard, corner of Montana and Hawkins. Shopping center right next to Lone Star Golf Course. Shout out to Lone Star Golf Course.
Shout out to them.
Just come and check us out, man. We're not just a draft house, family oriented. We have a bunch of big screen TVs to watch every sporting event that you want. We're family, oriented. So bring the family out here. I want to give a big shout out to you guys first of all for hosting these guys. Great group of kids. They're grown men now. I still call them kids, but you know what? They do so much for the community, man. And I think with the whole Miho thing, you guys see the podcast. You guys can see what they're trying to do, not just for the Hispanic community, but for just kids coming up and just it's a good thing for the community. Yeah. So the big shout out to them, man. And him, Derek being my son, it just makes me proud of what he's doing.
Dude, you must be the proudest dad out there. I have kids
man.
myself.
And not just that, man, but even these guys, man. I see these guys as my kids, and you know what I'm saying. They come over for holidays. They come and hang out, even when they were at UTEP. And just come and hang out, man, and just.
How much food did they eat, Tony?
Oh my God, dude! We used to, for the whole offensive. We would have usually the offensive line come over.
No
for
way! The whole offensive line,
and then some defensive line, and I remember, man, we used to do about anywhere between 5 to 6 turkeys. We would do about 30 pounds, 40 pounds of mashed potatoes and stuffing. Yeah, man, it was. And I always felt sorry for my sofas and my toilet.
Hey, we murdered that.
Hey, but Tony, real quick, man, before we finish here, tell people what type of food they could find here at Moose's.
So here, man, we have a barbecue infused food. So we have a full barbecue Friday through Sunday, but our tacos, our flautas, our burgers, everything is barbecue infused. Whether it's smoked pulled pork, whether it's smoked brisket, our burgers are very big. We actually grind our own brisket burgers, and which is what we use for our barbecue, our brisket. So pretty good.
Getting hard right now.
Food speaks for itself, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely. Well, you guys are heard of, man. We're gonna have Tony on his own episode, so you guys would know more about him.
Yes.
But thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you guys, man.
Thanks, Pop.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, all of you guys, man, so much, man. You guys, what you guys are doing is great.
Thank you.
This kind of shows. It's a testament of showing that you surround yourself with great people that have the same mentality, the same goal, and nothing is off limits, man. You guys, sí se puede, güey. Sin miedo al éxito. That's what I like to say. But that being said, guys, all of you guys watching and listening right now, thank you so much. Episode number 31, guys. Make sure you guys are following, subscribing, and liking. And guys,
Miho Things.
y'all make sure to stay fresh. We're out.